For permissions, the permission sets we've used will give your organization confidentiality, integrity, and availability to your resources. We use Microsoft's recommended AGDLP strategy, and the network was set up this way so that you'll have continuity across the IT industry should you find the need to hire another consulting firm or have your own IT department troubleshoot this. That will cut down on time to get your network running as you need it, as well as costs if you have to outsource this. It will also allow adding and changing permissions to groups and users as needed in an efficient manner. Groups were granted permissions with three main levels of control of read, modify, and full control. To give you an example, the Human Resources Department has a documents folder on us.afp for human resources in the US. They have full control. The child domains east.us.afp and west.us.afp only have read control because they do need, actually they have modify control because they do need access to the files and be able to make changes. And all of Europe can access the files, but all they can do is read. So they were only given read permissions. And I'm going to hand this over now to Jennifer Merrick for business continuity.
Thank you, Ben. For business continuity, we recommend Network Attached Storage, or NAS. Unlike the traditional file server, NAS is not responsible for other processing, such as supplying database or email services. This creates more availability for the system. A NAS unit is a self-contained computer connected to a network with the sole purpose of supplying file-based data storage services. It is designed to work over the network without a screen or keyboard, which gives NAS better security than a traditional file server. NAS contains multiple disk drives, so we recommend implementing RAID 5 to divide and replicate files. RAID 5 striping with parity improves performance and provides fault tolerance. We also recommend using RAID 1 disk mirroring on all other servers. RAID 1 provides fault tolerance in a multi-user system. If you choose to say, okay, if you choose to stay with Windows Server, Windows 2003 file server, RAID 1 will be configured on 2 disks for your system volumes, and RAID 5 will be configured with a minimum of 3 disks for data volumes. To ensure that AFP users can retrieve, what in the world? Okay. To ensure that AFP users can retrieve files without using backups, we chose to enable shadow copies on all shared volumes in each NAS. Shadow copies are point-in-time, read-only text that can be used if a specific file was deleted or overwritten. They also allow for file checking while working on documents. Shadow copies take a snapshot of each file that has been modified within that volume. To access shadow copies, twclient.msi has been pushed to each user's computer using group policy. I have a couple of illustrations to show how cool, if I can make this work, the shadow copying is. This slide shows on which drive the shadow copies reside, and then also this is where the snapshots are created. Oh, for Pete's sake. Here, do this. Thank you. I need to give the control away. Okay, nice, ready too. Okay, one back. Awesome, okay. This slide provides a list of previous versions that have been saved. Oh. All right. This slide provides a list of previous versions that have been saved. The default schedule for shadow copying is 7 a.m. and 12 noon, Monday through Sunday. But that can be changed per AFP needs. The best time for scheduling is when there is a lull, so that network traffic is down before work and during lunch. Shadow copies are not a substitute for backups, so a complete backup scheme is required. We recommend a full backup every Monday at 12:01 a.m. and a differential backup Tuesday through Sunday. The AFP request was to be able to restore the information quickly, so the differential backup is the best choice. An incremental backup could be used if a quick backup was required. However, these backup tapes take longer to restore. Each morning, the tapes will be taken to an off-site storage facility. Our backup scheme not only includes data, but uses a backup utility to save critical system state as well. And to wrap everything up, I'm going to reintroduce Cheryl Welsh.
Thank you, Jennifer. In summary, we found that there are several areas that AFP can improve on to enhance their security and to become more efficient. We're going to be here for another week to help do some additional training in your departments and to answer any available questions that you have. We would like to thank everybody for having us here. It's been a joy for all of us. And if there are any questions at this time, we'd be free to answer some questions.